and challenges of childhood blindness and what are the strategies we need to have for the future. There are no financial interest in this. As other speakers have already spoken, so I will not go into details of the causes of blindness and the magnitude of the blindness, but I just wanted to tell you that the life expectancy of a blind is assumed to be 48 years, and thus it results into a loss of 33 working years of a child, which puts a burden economically also. And it was estimated that it is around the GNP US 11 billion is the loss due to childhood blindness. And not only economical loss, it is also social, psychological, and burden on the community and taking care. So we need to really make them independent and also provide the services which will be better for long term by taking care of prevention and treatment. Problems of uptake. Why the childhood blindness is a problem is because the basic health education information is lacking, and often people don't know where to obtain these services, and there are not many services available across the country. Unlike adult, a child cannot realize or explain the problem in his or her at early stage. And awareness, regular checkups, follow-ups, cross-referrals are crucial in detecting a problem as well as getting the treatment. And there are various myths and misconceptions about childhood blindness, that child will not develop a cataract, it is only adult-related cataract in the old age. And a girl child with a squint is lucky for the family, and that's the reason they can delay the treatment. And non-compliance for wearing spectacles because of social stigma, especially for the girls. And regarding the infrastructure, there are only few periodic eye care centers are available in the country, and I'll tell you how many we need and how much we have and what is the gap. And most of the services, not only for periodic eye care services, even other eye care services, these are mostly situated in urban areas, and where the population 80% is staying in rural areas. So there is a complete contrast of availability of infrastructure and services in urban versus rural. And availability and spread of the periodic eye care services is only limited to urban areas so far, and north and east and northeast regions still require special attention for these services. And there is very limited, or there are no sustainable periodic eye care outreach services, and especially doing school screening programs. Except for sporadic school screening programs are there, but we need to have a continuous and sustainable school screening programs. As per the human resources concern, we have around approximately 14,000 to 20,000 of ophthalmologists. However, out of this, only around 200 are trained in specialty of periodic ophthalmology, and 50% of ophthalmologists in India are surgically inactive in terms of doing administrative and medical work. Inadequate periodic anesthesia facility, especially in the rural areas, and trained anesthetists for periodic eye care, and quality of eye care and visual outcomes need to be measured. So with this, it's a public health problem, and we need to have a public health approach in order to deal with childhood blindness. And WHO, as well as at the global level, Vision 2020 has identified this as a major problem, and they have put the target of really bringing down the childhood blindness prevalence from 0.75 to 0.4 by 2020. So what we need to do and what are the goals we need to have? As per the WHO, as other speakers have already said, there should be one periodic eye care center for 10 million population. And if you take our population of 1.2 billion right now and the projection for another 8 years, at least 1.5 billion, and for that we need at least 150 periodic eye care centers in next 8 years. And so far we have around 40 to around 45 centers across the country. So, and we need to train that many teams. As my colleague said, we need to have a trained team, and not just periodic ophthalmologists. We need to have counselors, we need to have periodic anesthetists and all other team members. So we need to train 150 teams, and we need to set up and equip them and improve hospital management systems and monitoring and quality systems. In order to do this, all the eye care partners who are taking up this periodic ophthalmology have to follow at least 4 to 5 basic steps so that they will have a quality services for children. One is children's eye is different, and that's why we need to really treat them and provide child-friendly attitude and child-friendly services to them, so that without fear, without anxiety, the parents as well as children can come to these centers. And we need to build the capacity, institutional capacity, human resource as well as the equipment and infrastructure. And we need to train the entire teams, and we have to educate and build the local communities to take care of some of these kids' problems, and they can refer and identify the problems at early stage and educate the parents and communities. And what are the things we can do at hospital? Because we need to do some things in the hospital and something in the community. So some of the strategies what can be done is really having WHO prescribed minimum set of equipment which is desirable and essential, and training of periodic ophthalmologists. Then that also, again, teams, we are talking about ophthalmologist, anesthetist, nurse, counselor, outreach workers and program managers. And these training programs are already available in the country at 3-4 places, and people can be trained in the centers. Renovation of the center with child-friendly, and orientation of local ophthalmologists, general physicians as well as pediatricians, so that they can refer the children to these centers. And we need to have ongoing CMEs and ongoing hands-on training programs, and then strong scientific framework through technical inputs. We need to have community-based programs also besides hospital-based programs, that is really involving a large amount of volunteers from the community, that is school teachers, Anganwadi workers, community health workers. Establishment are cooperating, are linking up with vision centers which are existing in the community, are PSCs, and networking with secondary eye hospitals, working with volunteers, medical practitioners, and going to the blind school and doing the screenings. Orbis has been supporting at least 30 to 35 projects in India, Nepal, Bangladesh and other places, as well as other international agencies like Sightsaver, CBM and others are also supporting. So some of the experiences of childhood blindness so far from the country and some of the studies, it shows that periodic ophthalmology, we really feel that there should be child-friendly periodic ophthalmology department, and need to really equip with necessary infrastructure. But we need to really match with the local culture and match with the local requirement also, because whatever we adopt, it should be meeting with the local culture. Equipment is already set and which is already prescribed, and we should have that one in order to really provide quality, cost-effective services. One of the things we need to really push is maintaining and sustaining the quality of these centers, clinically, surgically, as well as in the outreach programs. So we need to really check records for surgical outcomes. We need to follow it up as for second day, so for first week, 3 months, 6 months, that we need to really ensure that there is a follow-up is done, and we need to talk to the parents and counsel them. So the challenge is really the follow-up. That is the major challenge what we have found from these studies. And education also, there is a lot of material, lot of written material, and sometimes it is just adapted without the local culture. And we need to test and pre-test also the education materials. So that is what one of the things has come out as a challenge, is most of the materials what are available are not pre-tested, and we need to really, before printing in a larger scale, we need to pre-test. Periodic eye care needs a comprehensive services because it needs other departmental support, because only periodic department cannot do all the services of cornea, glaucoma, retina and everything. So we need to really have a multi-speciality type of a center, so that they can really provide comprehensive eye care services, and especially low vision, rehabilitation, oculoplasty, everything needs to be provided once the surgery is done. And it has to be evaluated every time, and we need to really see that how we can take up vitamin A supplement prevention also into this public health, vitamin A immunizations. So in short, there are several challenges. It's very cost intensive, because periodic ophthalmology, to establish the center itself, is very cost intensive. It costs around $300,000 to $400,000 US, and it generates very low income, low revenues for the hospitals. That's why we need to have a very cross subsidy or a support from international, national agencies or from government. And we need to really see that cost is brought down so that patients can pay. And it is very difficult to retain the trained team. Once they are trained, they would like to really go to the cities. Especially we have seen from 30 to 35 centers, 10 of them have just left that one and joined some of the corporate hospitals, which is good, but we need to really have second line management as a third line, so that they remain within that area and such services don't get disturbed. To date, insufficient government investment in the periodic eye care. They have started in the 11th 5-year plan to support periodic eye care surgeries, but still lots to be done. And it's not easy to really have periodic eye services and sustain them with financially as well as on a long term. So what we really look for is having high volume, high quality, low cost cataract services within the hospital, so that they can cross subsidize the periodic eye care services. We need to generate more revenues by having spectacle shops and medical shops, so that they can generate some funds and really put it to this periodic ophthalmology, and really having more number of doctors oriented as well as trained. Because if you have only one trained doctor and if he or she leaves, then your services will come to an end. That's why we are trying to promote training of 2 to 3 teams within the hospital. Also, we need to really have an advocacy campaign at the national level, at the state level, as well as the district level, and really see that some of the public sector hospitals also adopt a good media coverage on prevention of childhood blindness. And we are advocating through Vision 2020 additional investment in periodic eye care by the government, also additional training programs in various hospitals. So for again about the awareness, we need to really develop, people are illiterate, so we need to really develop the material which is understood by all the people, as well as is pre-tested, and local media, local folk dances and radios and all that also we need to use, not just written material. We need to really see that knowledge, deal with the mother-in-laws, we need to deal with the husbands, because the decision makers for the children is not just mother, it is various other people are also there. So we need to really deal with the entire family for the treatment of children's eye care. And services also we need to really strengthen at all levels, at the community level as well as at the hospital level. And advocacy we need to do at the government level, at the district level, and we need to get more funds from internationally. We are trying to really work with all the international agencies to give more support to children eye care. And we need to interlink this with other departments, especially women and child department, social welfare department, water, sanitation, so that children get better nutrition and better eye care, and rehabilitation and low vision services. So still lots to be done in spite of having 35 to 40 centers in the country. As I told you, we need to have 150 centers, and more ophthalmologists, more people have to be trained, more teams have to be trained, and it needs more priority at the government and international level. and rehabilitation and low vision things also needs more attention, and evidence-based research as to what is working, what is not working, and how we can improve the treatment process, as well as reaching out to children who are not coming, what Suma has shown, why the younger children are not coming, and why still we are not getting a girl child. All this needs to be documented well, so that we have good evidence to really deal with and handle this and manage these programs well. Thank you very much. So the message is high health promotion is the key, and proper eye health messages, and early detection, because early the detection, early the treatment, and early the intervention. And early intervention will help in controlling and treating childhood blindness. Thank you very much.